Hi, this is Anthony. Welcome back to my show. I work at night, so sometimes when I come home, I'm too tired to do much, and other times I get energized to make a video, or sometimes my videos have to wait until I wake up the next day. That's why the upload schedule is so erratic. When I got home, technically early this morning, perhaps fueled by way too much coffee, I spent probably about 8 hours responding to people's comments from the last couple weeks, mainly concerning Scientology topics. Now, obviously, here and there, some of my responses are just cut and paste, thank you very much. I think most of you can understand that if somebody just says, I love your channel or thanks for the video, that there's not too much variety that I can come up with as a response to thank them for taking the time to write. But on the longer comments, I try to address people's specific concerns and will often send up to a couple type pages worth of my response. The great thing about Microsoft Word now is that it has a dictation feature. Otherwise, I would be spending my entire life typing up responses to people and never getting any work done on videos. Anyway, I have a couple topics that I want to work on videos, hopefully today, but I thought I would get a quick one out on a poll that I just uploaded about 3 minutes ago. And I must say that it's kind of fun to create and post these polls because a lot of people do get engaged by them. Often, I'm getting well over 100 people voting on them, and when you consider I only have 1,350 subscribers as of the last couple minutes when I gained an extra one, I think 100 or 150 people responding to my polls is a pretty good rate. Of course, these are not scientific. You can quibble on how I phrase things or the type of choices that I give you, but hey, nobody's forcing you to do it, and I think that some people enjoy voting on some of these topics. Some are fun and some are more controversial. Anyway, a recent one that I did was on Mike Rinder's book, A Billion Years. The results were interesting, but not entirely surprising on that one. The next book that I thought I would have in a poll is Mitch Brisker's book called Scientology, The Big Lie, How I Made an Evil Cult Look Good. Now I know, at least my understanding is from looking at various people's videos, is that Mitch and Aaron haven't done any joint videos together in about a month or more now. I've seen Mitch on other people's channels. I don't know if in the aftermath of the Aftermath split, if Mitch and Aaron won't be doing videos together for whatever reason, or one or both of them have just been too busy, which is entirely a reasonable explanation. Anyway, my options are I've not read it and I will never read it. And of course, people could have various reasons why on that, whether they're a supporter of Aaron's and are mad at Mitch, or they just don't read nonfiction or whatever. The next category is I've not read it, but I wouldn't be opposed to reading it. And then I've not read it, but plan to read it. And the fourth category is I have the book and I'm reading it or I've read it. Personally, I think that Mitch is an extremely interesting person with a unique view on Miscavige and certain elements of the Church of Scientology. Just because it's unique doesn't mean that it's the only true view or that he is the only person that has a unique view. You could argue that there's a number of people, based on their background and position relative to David Miscavige, that they too can have unique slices of the pie when it comes to understanding management at the very top. And in the videos that I've seen, which I've seen a number of videos with him, he's got very interesting stories. Not everybody is necessarily interested in the technical aspects of making Scientology training films. Even as I just write that, it makes it sound very boring. But I think when you hear from the person talking about the experiences doing it, especially when he talks to Mark Headley, I think that many of us find the stories entertaining and informative. I think one of Mitch's problems is that he has a tendency, when he's being interviewed or sometimes, that he sometimes starts talking over the other person. But that's also a problem that many people have, and sometimes Aaron has, especially in the last video when the two of them had a contentious discussion. Although I think that at the end they finally came to a better understanding of what the other was trying to truly say, even when it wasn't always articulated in the best formulation originally. And lastly, I gotta say that I think Mitch's book cover design is just fabulous. Even though it doesn't have a whole lot to really do with Scientology, I think it's really cool, even if you don't like him or the book. Anyway, I'm going to upload this now. Please look for the poll on my channel. If you can't find it, look for the community tab on my homepage, and then you should be able to find it. Although I'm getting hundreds of people that are taking these poll questions, so even though it doesn't readily show to me, since it's my channel, a lot of other people seem to be seeing the polls. If you appreciate the time that it takes to create these videos, even short ones, please consider hitting the like button. Even if you disagree, you can still like it. I hope by now, if you haven't already, maybe you'll hit that subscribe button. It helps me in expanding my viewer base. And please do feel free to leave a comment, whether it's just a few words or a deep analysis of something that you disagree with me on. I enjoy reading them. I learn a lot from you guys, and it gives me the opportunity to address issues that multiple people might have that I may not have talked about. Thanks again, and we'll see you soon.